Hi, this is my 1111 portal declaration. So it's important to make your intentions clear for the 1111 portal. It's really a wonderful thing that comes around once a year for you to clearly post your intentions, and then from there expand through the year. But it gives you a little bit of extra boost if your mindset is in the right place at the time. So, and it also gives you a higher vibration. We also got some extra stuff coming with the solar flares that should assist in some of the consciousness on the planet. So that's going to be kind of cool. I'm trying to get this so that my mouth isn't in the middle of that red button. So no, I'm not the most technical person yet. I'm working on it. All right. So first I'd like to address the issue because when I first was remembering and anointed, I was asked to clear some ancestral debris in the bloodlines so that we could free our ancestors from the various curses. While I was doing that, I got tapped in by several other bloodlines to also assist them in their family clearing of debris and curses, and free them where they took on me in their bloodline. So I'm not exactly sure how that all works in the astral, but I agreed to assist. Apparently, the folks that they had in their bloodlines were unable to complete some of the elevations needed to be able to free the bloodline. So I agreed to assist, and I'm very happy to do so. So let me share with you what we have. And this is going to be a decree that goes into the 1111 portal for the ancestors. And truly, they are free. Freed the ancestral lines. So I clear the final pain away for my ancestors and other ancestral lines that requested assistance, as they had no one in the line at that time who could pass through the testing to achieve success. That's just at this time. That doesn't mean they're never going to get there. This should hopefully make it easier for those striving to elevate if their ancestral lines are clear. So that's what makes me really happy about doing this. I agreed to help and will call in whatever ancestor lines I can help free. This I give to the ancestors, and in turn, the humans walking the earth knew and all before. Now and all before. I release the pain of betrayal, murder, thieves, Jezebels, demon attachments on the weakest link of the bloodline, and then corrupts others through that link. The hunger for power over humanity. I clear the spirit of addiction from all 15 bloodlines I represent today by standing, here we are, in my power and saying no to addictions. Drugs, alcohol, sex, money, shopping, high-end stores, gossip, all of it's been released. I still struggle with sugar addiction, but I'm working on that. I like sugar. But it messes with your third eye, so I'm working on it. More water. I release the ancestral guilt of selling their bloodline out and cursing it to the devil and his minions for many generational cycles. I think 7+ cycles it's been on there. I clear the Jezebel spirit in ancestor lines, clearing narcissistic control over bloodlines and removing the cold ones, aka energy vamps, and power over the bloodlines. Now, there are people that also do other things, and they're considered vamps as well, but I'm just addressing at this moment for the purpose of sanity online, the energy vampires, which we're all pretty familiar with at this point. I absolutely clear out the mentality of lack or unworthiness, making another look or feel less than. So there includes embarrassing, lying, or trapping another, causing another harm, with speaking death in all ways over and upon them. Envy so deep you are willing to do anything to have or take what does not belong to you. I clear the love of money over love of others. Most deeply, oneself. The love of oneself. Doggone it, y'all are taking money and putting it over the love of your own self. I clear this and cleanse the deep ancestral lines that were willing to work with me. The lack mindset, work longer, harder until you are out of human life and then die. That's not how it's supposed to be, okay? And it doesn't go along with the New Earth plan as well. In New Earth, we do things we love because it keeps the vibration high, and we earn money doing things we love, or whatever the trade will be. At this point, who knows? Okay, we have a world system that's going crazy right now. But no matter what happens, those who are in New Earth will survive because they have different talents, different gifts. They don't just work a 9-to-5 job anymore and say that's it. They're actually using their gifts and abilities to create and share and disperse the vibration throughout the planet. That's our job. That's what we do. And the goal is to get everybody there. So I'm setting my intentions as well today to continue to maintain vibrational freedom and help others attain by giving within and elevate. Continue to walk in integrity and peace, honoring my new light body by eating high vibrational food. I actually can't eat meat anymore. It hurts my stomach. And exercise. Going in nature more often. Drink more water, which I'm really bad at. I'm trying to do better. Tai Chi and nature walks. Okay. I was also thinking about maybe doing a little bit of lifting for body sculpturing and building, give me strength. So we'll see how that goes. I did it in my younger years, so we'll see how that goes. I'll start out with things that I know that I can work into my schedule at this point. Continue my shamanic journey, traveling across the U.S. to indigenous land, waterways, and ley lines, sacred sites, to induce light and vibrational healing to correct damage done to Mother Gaia, removing negative bindings and poison by putting light and blessings, pulling in new earth, the sites, and blessing earth again. I welcome any light workers and alchemists, light Reiki masters, to meet at sites and join me in this gift to humanity and earth, honoring our ancestors before us. My focus will be on earth, air, water, and fire, purification, alchemy using Saint Germain and violet light to purify, perfecting my healing journey and practical practice everywhere I step foot. American Indian stops. I think I had that. Declare and decree freedom over indigenous lands. I declare by the will of God the curse on family lines holding them and their children hostage in negative energies passed down through heritage, generational bloodlines. I declare it gone, ended, over. I cut the ties, I cut the cords. Everything is clear for these ancestors. They can choose to go on to the other side further, to be in their peaceful setting, or remain as assistants in helping the people of Earth. So, but they're free at this point. Let's see. I clear the bloodlines from being tricked or bullied into signing land and rights away. So many of the ancestors carry guilt of that they sold out their family and their bloodlines in the moment, and it cost them many generations of lives and addictions and so forth and losses. So I'm also sending in through the light of earth and God above the light that they need to heal and be cleared of such things, because we're giving it back to the people. They were tricked or bullied into signing land and rights away to not just the cold ones, but also the white explorers who settled in the Americas. Now that's a fact. You know, Christopher Columbus can say all day long that he discovered America, but the Indians were here to meet him. Okay, so let's get real. I plan to use the rest of this year to learn, plan, and organize the strategic plan. Learning about the tribes and the sites across America, because you don't want to go there not knowing anything. But I also want to do a call to action for shamanic light workers to assist myself and tribal leaders with this task of reclaiming ourselves and our sovereignty in America. I'm tired of waiting for our legal system and government system to make things right. We've been waiting, and it's just a push and pull nonsense, people buying off government officials, making it go on and on and on and on and on. Nothing ever getting handled, you know, eventually maybe, but they're still trying to finagle around it so that they don't have to give back anything to the people. And that's going to change one way or another. It's time to move forward. I am on God's clock, not the government's. God will take care of the details as they come up, and perfect timing will seize the day. So the goal is to not do anything by force. We'll leave that to God. I call the judgment and the towers, and God passes the judgment. I don't do any of that. That's just for me. My job is to see it, and I give people lots of time, sort of on the same lines as Trump, with regards to, I give you time to correct the situation once you've been enlightened and you see it. I give you time to fix it and many opportunities so that if I call judgment, you're in the clear and no towers come. But what I found is that people just keep doing things and doubling down. They don't stop. They just keep doubling down. And to me, that's foolish. I was a kid that learned my lessons. I got a spanking once. That was enough. Okay. I didn't need to be spanked 50 times for the same thing to learn my lesson. So I'm trying to do better about understanding that everybody has their own little learning system and how they do things. But it just seems there's a lot of smart people in this world. Are they doing it on purpose? Are they just ignoring the warning signs? Or are they so caught up in their little mindset and what they want that they just can't see anything beyond that? So, I pondered these things in the wee hours. I do have a lot of hermit time because right now I think it's important that I grow and learn from within. So I work my day job, I run my own business, a cleaning business, and I do that. And then when I come home, the rest of the time is used to improve me, help me get to higher levels in my spirituality, and make sure I'm dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's, especially for this ancestor thing. It was my number one mission the moment I remembered anything, was to help the ancestors clear the bloodlines. And then, like I said, I got tapped by many other bloodlines, and it's my pleasure, my honor to do this for them and for the people, because in the end result, what that means is perhaps those who could not rise to help the bloodline, their own bloodline, by clearing the bloodline, it trickles down into the current generations that are walking the planet now and their children. So perhaps, if all goes the way I'm thinking it's going, your children and your grandchildren will not have to suffer many of the same things that has cursed your family. some of the things I named earlier. So, it's all for the good of everyone. And the goal is, we're in this together. You've heard that saying before, but it really is true. We're all connected by energy and light and God, the creator. So there's no getting out of it, so we really need to work together to make things better for everybody, not just a select group. The goal is spread some of that good juju around, make it good. Love and light to everybody. And I hope this helps. And now my intentions are out to the universe, and so are the ancestral intentions. So this is a fabulous day. The portal of 1111. Yay, it's here. God bless.